What's up, Facebook? Welcome to the Room Podcast with the Ambassador Fighters. Travis, the Outlaw, Demko, 1-0, Pro MMA. Made his debut not too long ago for Cage Titans.
Yes, sir.
But this dude's got a long history of being in competitive sports and fighting since a young age, dude. So welcome to the Room Podcast, man.
Thank you for having me.
First thing I usually ask our first guest is, what do you think of the room, man?
Thought it was a shithole when I first walked in here, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm starting to get used to it.
Shithole sounds like a Cranston word. We are live also on Instagram, my Instagram stories on the Room Podcast on Instagram. So,
perfect.
Welcome, bro.
Thank you.
Met you at was it Combat Night 2, the second one, or was it September, right?
I think it was the second one.
That was the second one.
Yep.
Dude, you had your pro debut.
Yep. Fighting
out of Lausanne's.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about it, man. Making that pro debut, big finish in there, but you got a boxing history. But what was that feeling like making your pro debut in MMA? Because you have made it in boxing, but MMA.
It was an awesome feeling. It was something that I've been waiting to do for a long time. And at one time, I never thought I would get back to the sport of MMA. And I got a fire up under my ass to do it again. And going out there and getting a finish in front of all my people was an excellent feeling.
Now, talk about the boxing background. That fight lasted, about a minute and a half or so?
Yes, sir.
You boxed so much in your beginning of the career. How'd you fit in the jiu-jitsu? Because a lot of that fight, the fight ended on the ground, so you had to get there with your jiu-jitsu. How'd you mix all that in, and how'd you get involved in jiu-jitsu since you've had like a ton of boxing?
So I've started no-gi when I was pretty young, around 12 or 13 years old. My father had somebody come to the house and teach me one-on-one, and then I started going to other gyms and doing it really when jiu-jitsu wasn't a huge thing at the time. But I'm pretty well-rounded. Jiu-jitsu's been part of my life for a long time, and I wrestled all throughout high school, and so my grappling isn't something that I'm scared about. You know what I mean? I feel comfortable on the ground.
Your father trained too?
No, my father just wanted me to get into it. He liked contact sports, put me in football, put me in fight, and he just liked to see me knock some heads around.
Well, that seems like what you've been doing.
Yeah.
Pro boxing, 8-1,
Mm-hmm.
pro boxing. When did you get the pro boxing style? When did you actually start? When did you get your first, pro fight?
I'd say when I was 20 or 21 years old. I can't remember the exact age, but I just lost a tough loss in the finals of the Golden Gloves, and I just felt like it was time to turn pro and stop messing around and wanted to put on the little gloves and get in there.
8-1.
Yeah.
What weight did you fight? Different weight? You stay at kind of the
47.
same 47.
Yeah.
Who'd you start? I mean, I saw Murphy's boxing. Is that what it was?
I've only fought for Murphy's once. I had a couple fights at CES, and then the other ones were local, so I forget who was doing it. I think Adi DePino was running the show, and he had like 3 or 4 fights with him. 2 at CES, one with Murphy's, and actually no, I fought a couple fights with Chris Trietti's promotion too. Granite Chin Promotions, I'm pretty sure.
Excellent, man.
Yeah.
So 8-1 is boxing.
Yes, sir.
What made the change? MMA. What was that change? What clicked and said, hey, I'm gonna jump? I know you had a couple of AMI fights, before or while you were doing the your boxing.
Yes, sir.
What made you jump back into MMA and get that first pro debut that we just had?
I was actually getting ready for my first 8-round fight. It was a title fight. It was for the New England title, and I hurt myself in sparring. I think what did I do? I separated my cartilage from my rib in the sparring session, and I don't know, when I took that break, I had time to sit down, and I said, you know what? Let me hop over to MMA. So that's kind of what happened.
Excellent.
Yeah.
How long did you train when you left the boxing or your last boxing match, and then that fight you're talking about? How long was that gap until you got that pro fight?
Like 3 to 4 months.
Okay.
Yeah, and I took this fight on only a 12-day notice, so I didn't even really know I was fighting on that card until the last minute. So, yeah.
Excellent. Would you were you when you were doing the boxing? Were you still freshening up on your, or you were just maintaining, just that boxing?
I was in the boxing gym a lot. I mean, I hadn't done jits for a long time. I mean, I'd pop back in the gym once in a while, grapple once a week maybe, but nothing consistent.
Until that 4 months, and
Yep.
you get back into that grapple. You decided, hey, gonna make that debut.
Yep.
You with Lausanne's for
Exactly.
that pro debut. That was your first fight under them. When did you join them? As far as in your journey here.
I've been in and out of Lodazon's gym for a while, but that 3 to 4 months I was with them, I really got consistent and showed them that I could be in the gym every day, and I think that's why they gave me the opportunity to fight over there. So.
Were you under them when in some of your pro boxing matches too?
No.
Oh, okay.
Never.
So jumped into MMA right after boxing. Let's get this pro career going. Jumped in with Lausanne's, and dude, man, how was it? How did it feel? Getting into an MMA real, well-known, great MMA camp with all these killers. Coming after boxing, it's a whole different thing, right?
It's almost a different sport. I mean, you really can't compare the two. So, I mean, I was super excited. It's an honor to fight under Joe. He's a legend around here and in the sport. And to have him in my corner and to have him have my back is real big.
Joe
Lozon.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm like,
the guy that owns the fucking gym.
No, I just call him Lozon all the time. You know what I mean? It's like, so that what's the difference in the kind of the training? I mean, boxing totally different. What's the difference in kind of your mindset when you get into that MMA camp? The different mindset in both camps from boxing to MMA.
There's nothing that really changes. I train hard in both. I think I pick up weight training a little more when I'm doing the MMA. You know what I mean? I kind of want to be a little more loose up top and loose in my body when I'm doing boxing, but I feel the strength helps me a little when I'm doing the MMA. So that's the only thing I really change.
Oh, I already have that. I'm trying to get your fight over here somewhere. There it is. Dude, so I got you walking into Cage Titans here, man. You've done that walk a bunch of times in boxing. You fought for CES, which is the biggest boxing promotion basically in New England, dude.
Yep.
What's the feeling like walking down these steps when it's an MMA fight? Cage Titans is probably one of if not the biggest promotion in New England as far as MMA.
Yep.
It's right up there. What's the difference in the feeling, the crowd, and what goes on?
I mean, it's a little more animalistic. You're walking out there, you're taking off, you're pretty much naked in that ring, so it's kill or be killed. In boxing, you get to walk out with some nice fancy shorts, you got your nice shoes on, but when you go in that cage, I mean, all you got look like I had a diaper on the last fight. That's all I really was in there with, and it's definitely a different feeling.
Now, diaper in there. Yeah, because you got all that flash in the box, and I mean, boxing nowadays, watching CES how it's progressed. You got kids in there like wearing, you got bling bling in there wearing like an Indian outfit and like big money on these things. But you come in here, MMA, as far as like in the boxing, now you're getting in MMA. How do you carry over like the fan base, and how do you get them fans? Because this is, boxing and MMA is totally different. Sometimes the boxing world is like screw MMA and MMA the same way. Mm-hmm. How do you carry them fans over now that, you're getting that MMA work in there?
I mean, I've been in the fight game so long, people respect me, respect what I do, and I don't think that I'd have to transfer any fans. You know what I mean? They've been following my career through boxing and starting this MMA. I think I'm only going to get more fans now that I've been doing both and successful at both.
And training partners in Lausanne's, man, how much have they been like, taking you kind of under their wing? Even though you've been at it for a long time, you kind of knew in that camp as far as MMA. How's the progression, and how's the camaraderie, and how are they helping you along? Because you're a young dude, you get that big fight finish in your career, and you're going to be starting off 2020 fighting again MMA. How is their backing of you helping you, in your mind and,
Like they say, you're only as good as your training partners, so I got a bunch of animals over there. They're training just as hard. There are a bunch of guys fighting at high levels, so if I'm training with these guys and having success with them, I mean, I can only imagine what I can go out and do in the cage against these guys around New England.
I was watching you through your mouth. You get your mouth guard back after that?
I did not. I actually like that mouthpiece a lot.
Someone's got it.
And it took me a couple weeks to get a new one. I was like, why the fuck did I do that, man? That's like a fucking good mouthpiece. I had it for a year or two. I was like, what a fucking move.
Oh my God! Hey, it's your first,
yeah. I was fired up. I just wanted to throw anything I could.
Did you throw when your first boxing win or any of them? You ever throw your
mouthpiece? I didn't throw any mouthpieces.
That's a little different there, right? I think they freaking commission really get mad.
Yep.
Oh my God! If anyone out there caught Travis's mouth guard, bring it back.
Yeah.
We'll give you a free shirt.
I don't care if you used it, put it in your mouth, just bring it back to me. I'll put some fucking...
One of my media friends who went to Neff, Neff with me.
Yep.
And I forgot, I forgot his name, but one of the dudes, Dylan Lockhart, he won the Neff Pro 55 title. He threw his mouth guard, and my buddy caught it. And he was all proud. He's like posting it all over the internet.
Did the kid get it back?
No, he didn't get it back. He goes, I'll give it back to him.
Yeah.
But I don't think, you don't know where that's in his pocket.
Hopefully he can
and shit
afford
like
another
that.
mouth guard.
I think he had it in like a napkin. He showed me. Look at it. Fucking get that thing away.
Yeah. Guy's got a fucking shrine in the back of his house with the kid's fucking mouthpiece.
He's got it next to his bobblehead.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man.
Sick, man.
It's fucking
Sick,
awesome.
Man.
So, bro, end of the year awards coming. You got a bunch of, trainer partners on there, man.
Yes, sir.
I know Lausanne's, it's professional. It's like you're at that gym to work. But is there any chatter? Is there any excitement in there about kind of like, it's a great accolade for not only the fighter but for the gym that there's so many fighters that are, nominated for big things. Yeah. Any buzz in the camp around that, or is it just like business as usual? And,
business as usual.
We'll just keep taking the trophies and the belts and adding them.
I think these guys just have one goal, and that's to make it to the top of the sport, and all these other things are just extra right now, you know what I mean? So I haven't heard any talk about it, but I mean, all the guys from our gym definitely deserve these awards. You got Brett for Fight of the Year. He should definitely win that. Pat Gilbride, I think, was a breakout fighter.
Yeah, Pat Gilbride.
He splashed onto the scene. He's 2-0, 3-0, and he's got 2 or 3 finishes. So yeah, he definitely deserves that. I mean, I don't know what other.
Marty Navis,
another beast.
Finish over there.
Yeah, another beast.
Brett Layton.
Yeah, I just said that. He should win that too.
Yeah. What was his? He's got Fight of the Night, and I think it's. I
think it was Fight of the Night. Yeah, Fight of the Night.
Which against Murphy was a friggin' fabulous.
Yeah, they both went to war.
Yeah, that was definitely Fight of the Night that night, and for Amies to go at it like that.
Brett showed he has some serious balls in there.
Yeah, definitely. They were going toe to toe and clipping each other actually, and and they came out,
That's experience you can't get back, especially at the amateur level, because you're just going to carry that over to the pro level, and you're going to know I have been in that situation. I know how to dig deep here, and so it's huge.
You have wars like that in your boxing career?
Yeah, I've had some wars. I mean, I've had thousands of wars just in the gym, let alone just the fights. You know what I mean? So
you don't have a mark on your face. What's going on?
I'm pretty. What can I say?
I
get hit and not be hit. That's the name of the game. All these guys want to smash around. I mean, don't get me wrong. I sit in the pocket and I throw some bombs, but I want to be pretty. I want to have my brains at the end of the day. So.
I got some of your boxing match here. One of your CES fights, dude. Your hair is perfect through the whole friggin' fight, man.
Yeah.
What's going on there, man? It's got to be intimidating to the opponent when you can't even mess your hair up. I mean, you're beating these guys up and they can't even make a mark. You got no marks on your face and you got the most perfect hair I ever seen in that ring. Is that kind of one of your trademarks? Go in there with looking pretty.
I actually stopped friggin' putting gel in my hair because it started burning in my eyes. I was like, I can't do this no more. So I think a couple fights ago I cornrowed my hair. That was the first time I did that, and I might do that for this fight coming up. Who knows? I got a bunch of different fucking personas. So
you got a bunch of people working for you, helping you out, like fucking. You know, you got a fashion person.
Nah, I'm my own fashion man. I mean, what you see is what you get, baby. I've been doing this since day one. Pretty as they come.
Now I saw you on, I think on one of your Instagram stories or your Facebook stories, talking about you running for an office or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna be running for selectmen in 2020. It's coming up. You know, we got some problems in the town. I want to clean up, and after that, I'm gonna go to Beacon Hill, clean up the rubble there, get Charlie Baker out of office. I want to clean his act up. Fake Republican he is. And then I think I'm going to go down to Washington, D.C. after that and run for presidential candidate in the near future.
Are you serious on this? Really?
Yeah, no, I'm a big-time political guy. So.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I am not. So tell me why I should be. Let's, Peter, if you're watching, give me 5 minutes because I'm so not political. But I'm kind of like, I love the war between both sides.
You just got to know what's going on in the world. It's nice to know. And if somebody brings it up, it's just nice to have that knowledge and speak on it. You know what I mean? I got to the point, though, where I'm not on either side. I just want to be for the people. I want to be there if you're Democratic, Republican, white, Asian, black, Hispanic. I want everybody to like me. And I think that's the key to having the people love you. You know, you want to make everybody happy.
Excellent. So when is this selectman?
It's coming up in 2020.
How do we go about and how do we get this campaign started? I know. Well, you already got it started. I saw.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
How do we help you with this campaign? Because I'm all about helping fight this.
I'm gonna have to get 500 signatures. That's where we're gonna have to start off firsthand.
Yeah.
Once I get those 500 signatures, then that's when I can start running.
Well, let me ask you a question. We have Cage Titans. Beginning of the year, are you going to be fighting for them pretty soon? Because you can get 500 signatures right now.
I'm not sure if they have to be from people from the town or it could just be in general.
What town?
Stoughton.
All right, okay.
So all my people from Stoughton listening.
Everybody moved to Stoughton.
So
yeah,
I'm pretty much the governor over there anyways.
You?
So, I mean, 500 signatures should be...
Like
no sweat off my back.
Well, while you're getting the signatures, you can get like sponsors for your fight and stuff like that.
No doubt.
You know you're going to perform for them, and you know you're going to be backing them because you're going to be fighting.
I mean, you're looking at the next best thing coming: fighting, politics, acting. You could put me in the jungle, and I'll come out with a fur coat, looking pretty, man. Come on.
Where is your thing here? Where's your thing? I can't find it. Oh no, I keep like grabbing this. Wrong thing. I have like a clip of you from like when I interviewed you at after your win in the back. It was like fucking. It was magic, and I don't know what I did with it. It's got to be somewhere over here.
Listen, man. Anytime I step in front of a camera, it's fucking magic. Come on. I'm sorry for the F word. I know my mother and father might be listening. Right. I try to tone it back a little because they birthed me into this world. I want to be a little respectful, and so. I'll try to tone it back. Mom, I'm sorry if you heard the F word a couple times.
Is she watching? Is your mom on social media?
I'm still your baby. I'm not sure if she's watching, but she'll definitely get wind of this and definitely end up watching. I told her I was actually on my way here. So...
I'm going to tell him I'm going to call him in like 5 minutes. You don't know Peter much, but he was on the same card you were on.
Yeah, I remember the face after you explained it to me because, I mean, you can't mix the kid. He's freaking probably 6'4", 6'5".
Well, here's a funny thing about... When I met him the first show he won, I met him in the back because I interviewed him in the back. Mm-hmm. And he had like a beard then or something, like a small beard. And then I seen him, there was another Cage Titans in between. And then I seen him after the after party and he came up to me to talk to me. The whole time I had no idea who I was fucking talking to because he had no...
It's like, who the fuck are you?
Like, how can you miss him? He's like, there's not many like 6'5" kids that come up and talk to me unless it's Trevor Goody. And he's like over that. He's like 7 something, so whatever. But is he like?
He's like 7 something. It's fucking Kareem fucking.
He looks like that though.
Yeah.
But he came over, and I'm talking to him, and he knows who the hell I am about. And Brian Gerson's with me, the big tech guy for Cage Titans, does a lot for them.
Yep.
He knows Peter. He's talked to Peter, and Peter don't know who the fuck he is. So I don't know who Peter is. Peter knows who I am. Brian knows who Peter, but Peter doesn't know who Brian is, and Peter like walks away after, and I go,
Quite
Brian,
the conundrum.
I go, Brian, who the fuck is that? And Brian's like, he fucking knows who you are. He doesn't know who I am. I'm like, oh, sorry, bro.
He's
sorry,
like, Mr. Domenico, have a little fucking respect for these guys when they're speaking to you.
I know. I was like, I fucking forget their names and shit like that. I'll be interviewing them, and I was like, I gotta cut the piece out because I maybe interviewed someone else like 3 hours earlier, or something like that. I'm like, sorry, dude. Or Dan Dubuque. It took me. I don't know if you know him, but it took me probably 3 years to say his name right. I was Dubuque. I didn't know, and it's
Dubuque.
Yeah, I was trying. I was pronouncing everything, and he like told me, if you say my name one more time wrong, I'm gonna kick you in the balls next fight. I see you at. So I fixed it right away, and you know how I fixed it? I kept going to his previous fights and hearing the announce his name.
What the fuck's this kid's name?
And I'm like, they're even saying it wrong.
I'm like, is this asking the people? Is that how you really say it?
Fucking unbelievable. All right, so we're gonna call Peter because actually.
You're gonna call Peter right now?
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to
rush. Yeah, go take a piss.
It's the fucking ninth.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's a fighter's thing, man. Pissing all the time. All right, I'm gonna call Peter Warrick right now. Wait a minute. Let me get my other phone out before I do this. And I'm sorry, Instagram. I forgot to say hi to you. So let me put this on. Please say it's on. No, I gotta start it all. Sorry. All right. So I'm gonna call Peter in like 2 minutes. So let me get his picture up. So Mike Polvier was gonna call in, but he's coming home from Florida, so I don't think he's gonna be able to make it. But it's all good. All right, so Peter McLeod-Warrick is up for Breakout Fighter of the Year against some big time opponents. Pat Gilbride, of course, Travis's training partner out of Lausanne's. We have Mitch Raposo out of Regiment. And I think we have Jack Congdon out of, I forgot what camp he's out of, so forgive me. So, not you, Jack Congdon. Now, see, like I'm naming all these names, but I'll forget them.
It's a problem with you weed guys, man. You take a little too many puffs.
Exactly.
Makes your brain go into another dimension. You forget all these names that are getting sent at you.
It's bad. I take, it's what I do.
More than a couple puffs.
Listen,
I get it. I get it.
If I didn't take a couple of puffs, I'd be out of my fucking mind right now. All right,
I hear you.
Let me get. I got like 4 phones.
Okay.
You said okay, like that's normal. Yeah. Is that normal?
Around my area, a couple phones on the hips. It's pretty normal.
I got like. Oh, there we go. Look at this. All right, let me get that off. All right, I just want to be able to see that. All right, let me call Pete right now.
PD.
Pete. All right,
I'm calling you.
I'm calling him right now. Oh, let me put that up. This should be cool. He's so excited to be nominated. Too bad he's going against your training partner.
Kid's 7 feet tall. Why wouldn't he be fucking happy?
You there?
What's up there, Pete?
Not much. How you doing tonight, man?
I am doing excellent, man. Brother, he was my media partner the last show. This dude, I called him up like 2 days before the show. I said, hey, you want to be my media partner? And he interviewed fighters and everything on the fly, man. Great job, Peter, by the way.
Hey, man, I learned from the best.
Hey, dude, actually, I think you said you're not fighting in the next combat night, right? I think it might be in January or something. Are you?
Yeah.
So,
So, go ahead.
So you can be my media partner in January, right?
Oh, I'm in. Let's do it.
There we go. All right. So I already got
some more of those
Kids ready.
that we had backstage.
Yeah,
Kids ready.
Yeah, we had. I'm here with Travis Demko. He fought on the same card.
What's going on?
He fought on the same card as you, the September card. So
nice, man.
Yeah, he knows who you are. The tall guy. So
people at the gym know me too.
Did you have any of Bobby Fallon's food in the back when you went in the back to get interviewed?
Bobby Fallon.
Well, there was food back there. Did you get a chance?
I seen that, man. It didn't look too kosher.
Oh, really?
See flies flying around. It just seemed.
Yeah, but that's protein.
Yeah, it just seemed. It wasn't fucking.
So
kosher.
Peter's talking about like the I don't know, the power balls or whatever. I was like stuffing them like a fucking gerbil in my mouth. They were like, my cheeks were like this. Fucking
Can't get
awesome.
Enough of those power balls.
I'm
huh?
swearing, Mom. I'm sorry. It's my show. I can swear.
Dude, I looked like one of the characters from Ed, Edd and Eddie after they have a jawbreaker.
That was a good show.
With like a cheek all stuffed up, dude. It was delicious.
Ed, and Eddie. Holy shit! Is that show still on? I know someone.
Hopefully
sure,
not.
man.
I know someone that had a tattoo of that shit. So, Peter, dude, you're up for an award, brother. I got your picture up right now. I stole one off Facebook. It's a pretty good one. I think the original picture you made with saying, "Hey, really excited to be up for an award, brother." Did you know anything about this before the nominations came out? Did you even think that they were gonna?
Oh, man.
They included Muay Thai and shit like that too. So, dude, how you feeling about it, man?
I am so honored by this. The second I found out, Will Asia actually texted me about it. I was just through the roof. Just to be nominated for Breakthrough Fighter of the Year after the crazy year that I've had just getting ready for both these fights. It's a huge honor. To be up there with some of the names that are up there too. I'm just through the roof excited. And, I've been campaigning hard this week in terms of just having my friends vote. I've been super excited about it. I've got people at my work really excited about it, just really, and this Sunday's going to be a good time.
Now you got people like joining the internet for the first time voting for you. People that don't have Facebook. Oh, actually, they don't. Oh, they go right to. They don't even have to have a Facebook account. That's what's great about it. They can go right to fucking Cage Titans and vote.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So awesome, brother. So, dude, you're not the only one out of the camp that's been nominated. The camp's doing pretty good over there.
Oh yeah, we've got Don Shanis up for Pro Fighter of the Year. We've got Stavros up for Comeback of the Year against his really great performance that he had back in January. And then also Will Asia and Josh Hagloff are up for Muay Thai Fight of the Year. If you missed that fight was insane. Will looked amazing. Josh looked great. And it was definitely, that was the fight of the night for that first combat night at the very least. And that just absolutely, I kind of told Will, he stole the show with that performance that they both had. So that's definitely, if that doesn't win Muay Thai Fight of the Year, I don't know what will, man.
And that one, I think, like, I heard, like, maybe a rematch down the line or something because the fight was so friggin' good, but who knows? Mm-hmm. Who knows? So
yeah, potentially.
So you're nominated because you were on 2 combat nights. You were on the, there's only been 2, and you had 2 finishes in the fights, correct?
The first one was a unanimous decision. That was against Aaron Messenger. That he was out of Pride Martial Arts. He was a great fight. That was the first fight, and then the next fight that was a first round finish. And
that Pride Martial Arts crew is a pretty deep crew in the Muay Thai field, man. Mm-hmm. That's a great accolade to beat one of their guys.
Oh yeah, big time. And Nick Oben, for my second fight, he was also from Pride Martial Arts. To get to fight 2 of those guys from a school like that, it's quite an honor too. Guys.
Yeah, so wow, that's something. Took out two Pride guys, man. That's pretty awesome. So Pete, you're gonna be there Sunday, bro.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, big time. I'm sure I'm there.
Yeah. Now, is the nerves bigger or less than getting in there and fighting?
Well, I do definitely want to win. Luckily, hopefully, I shouldn't be getting punched in the face this time, so that will definitely help with that. But I'm excited to get to see everybody there. I love everyone at Cage Titans. It's always a good time to just get to see people. I, of course, definitely really want to win, but, we'll just see what happens. At the end of the day, I'm here just to have fun and really do the best I can.
Excellent, my man. Well, you're going to be with me in January. I'm going to be there Sunday, of course. I'm going to be
Let's do it.
Presenting an award. I can't say what award I will be presenting, but I will be presenting one of the awards. I don't know. Well,
excellent.
Listen, I should know this, but Pete, can you tell us when the voting stops? When's the deadline of the voting? Do you know?
I believe the deadline is Friday, so if you guys haven't had a chance to go vote yet, please go vote. If you need any more incentive to vote for me, please feel free to watch both of my fights. They're on YouTube now. Just look up Peter. All right, now, I know you guys were talking about last names earlier. My last name is a little complicated, but if you just type in Peter MCL, it should come up with me.
Excellent. Well, I got your picture up right now with your full name up there and stuff like that. So, hey, Pete.
Damn.
I wish you well, man. Definitely deserving. Great year. You know, coming on to the Muay Thai field like you have, man. You know, fighting for Cage Titans. That's a big deal for a young guy like you to get nominated right off the bat like that.
100%, man. It's a huge honor. It's been an amazing year getting to, just kind of jump in with, get my feet wet with this whole experience. You know, I've met a lot of great people. I'm loving everything that's been happening, and I can't wait to keep things going into 2020.
Oh, wait a minute. One more question, Pete, before I let you go.
Yes, sir.
Why should they vote for you for Breakout Fighter of the Year? Let's hear it.
That's a great question. One, I worked extremely hard for this. Two, you know what, actually? Just go watch my fights, and then you tell me. Go watch my fights, and then you tell me why I should win.
Excellent, my man. Well, I wish you luck, brother. I'll be there Sunday night. I can't tell you what award I'm going to be announcing, but it'll be a big one. I'll be up there. And, dude, I wish you luck, man. You deserve it. They all deserve it. And you're all winners, no matter who wins.
You're the man, Steve. Thank you so much for everything you do for the local fight scene.
All right, brother. Definitely, let's definitely do that media thing. I'll have you actually interview half the fighters this time so I can actually see the fights.
Go.
I can actually see the fights. So, Pete, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to talk to Travis a little more. There's a bunch of people on right now, a couple of his trainers, partners. And, we're gonna get some beans out of Travis because he might have a fight coming, too, in January. All right, Pete.
Let's go.
All right, Pete, I'll talk to you Sunday, and we'll hang out, and we'll have a beer, and we'll shoot the shit and all.
Sounds like a plan, man. You guys have a great night.
All right, thanks, Pete. All right, Travis.
Super nice kid, but
He is, listen.
put me to fucking sleep, man.
Isn't it? Like, he talks so slow and, like, there's not... Like, he was so dull.
Pete, you're a nice kid. Is this live?
Yeah, it's live. This is
Pete,
live.
you're a nice kid, but, you gotta pick up the pace, man. Shit's a little monotonous.
God,
Can't be winning
it
fight
don't
of the
matter
year,
if fight.
fucking fight of the
I
year
fight
for that.
No matter where the fucking the phone booth, the fucking cage, the ring, it
We'll
doesn't
watch
matter
your
to
fights,
me.
trust me.
Dude.
God,
listen,
fuck it don't matter. It's a fight. I fight no matter where the...
Well, you're swearing.
Nah,
I
just keep
put-
swearing. I swear, you
just put
swear. Whatever's
There we go.
whatever.
Brett Layton is watching right now. Brett
Ready?
Layton, what's up,
Stoughton
my
in,
man?
baby.
So,
Stoughton in the house.
I wonder if I should have... Hey, Brett, if you want to call, we'll have you on, too.
Get
Let
that
me know.
animal on.
We can have you call in, too, if you want to call in. Let me know. Just message me on Messenger. I'll let you call in there, because then we'll ask you why you deserve to be... It's amateur fight of the year.
Amateur
They
fight
have
of the year.
amateur and
I mean,
pro.
it's not even that he deserves it. He should win. It should be his award already. I mean, whatever's clever.
All right, so he might. I like Travis Demko. Rob Pico. Do you know Rob Pico?
I don't, but I appreciate that compliment, sir.
Um,
I'm a man of the people.
Rob Pico is always cage side, right at the cage for every
Awesome.
Cage Titans event. Awesome dude. Always online. Always
Nice.
always talking on the comments and giving his.
I have to meet him and
insight.
shake his hand.
Yeah, he's a really nice
Hey,
guy.
Pico,
really
when
nice.
I see you, I'm going to give you a nice handshake, look you in the eyes, and tell you you're a man.
I got Walt Anderson, one of the owners of 24/7 Inked.
Awesome.
Travis, you're all inked up.
I'm all
Walt,
linked up.
Walt. This dude right here, man.
You want something to get in your magazine?
Yeah.
I'm pretty. Look at me. I smell even better. Get me on that magazine. I'll be doing the front page in, I don't know, 1 to 2 weeks. Let me take my shirt off. I mean, I got these broads screaming from a mile away. Come on, look at me, man. You want something for a magazine? You're looking at the next best thing.
Hey, Walt, he's also going to be in politics, too. Pretty
Running
soon,
for
so-
town selectman, and after I'm done with that, we've already explained it. I'm going up to Beacon Hill, cleaning up the rubble, and then I'm going straight to Washington, D.C.
There you go, Walt. So, Walt, we'll talk to Walt
Good,
about all
Walt.
this shit. So, Travis, January.
Yes, sir.
We getting back into the cage for Cage Titans. What's going on with you? You ready?
I'm planning to fight January 25th. That's my plan, and I talked to Mike Pulver, I don't know, a couple months ago, and it should be happening. So we'll see. You know what I mean? Anything can happen in the fight game. Person can drop out. You could say that you couldn't get on this. So I'm just gonna train and be ready. And I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm fighting on it. So
Excellent.
yeah.
Same weight class.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay at 45.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. How's that feel for you? Like, would you fought at 147 in boxing?
Yeah,
Right?
so it's pretty close. Yeah.
So, do you cut much weight to get to 145?
I mean, I was about 163 when I made that cut. I mean,
Okay, so a few
I'd like to eventually get down to 35, but I mean, the older I get, I keep getting heavier and heavier. I don't know if it's all the cannolis, but
well, you know, you're a good-looking guy. You
Yeah.
can keep the face, you know. You
Yeah,
can't have
nice
that
and
drawn
plump.
face, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They don't like it.
135, you kind of be
I'm looking like
you
a
know,
cancer patient.
You'd be ripped, but you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Yeah, it's a little, you know,
Not the
cheeks
best
drawn
look.
in. No,
Yeah.
you know, you would only have hair then. You know what I mean? It's like you'd be, you know.
That was actually pretty. That was pretty funny.
The hair might get you by though. Look at
Yeah.
Whoa! Look at the fucking hair on him. Holy shit! Now wait a minute. Let me put. I'm gonna put your fight back up. I'm gonna put your MMA fight up, and we're gonna
All right.
talk about
All right.
you getting back in there for the second time.
Perfect.
So no, the wrong thing. Who the hell's talking to me? Oh, you are on Instagram.
I am.
Yeah, I think you tagged me or something. I don't know.
I
Something
haven't
happened
been
to
on
me.
my phone.
Unless you said, oh, I know it. This phone was off,
Uh-huh.
so it's updating everything. So I'm getting your message from Instagram now. on
Oh,
this
okay.
phone.
Yeah, that I'm here. I'm waiting out front.
Outlaw shirts. Rob Pico's asking for an Outlaw shirt.
Yeah, I'm gonna be making some for this fight, so I'll put in an order. Whoever wants an Outlaw shirt, you know, you got Josie Wheels on the front. Clint Eastwood, one of his best movies. I mean, you can't get a better shirt than that.
Excellent. So I'm showing your fight again here. You're here. It's not the boxing hair you got here. It's a little short. Well, you're
Yeah, I
warming
cut
up in
it-
the back. It's different.
I cut it short for this fight because I
Okay.
didn't want I stopped taking the product out of my hair.
Oh, you told me about that.
Trial and error. I was
Yeah.
getting the stuff was leaking in my eyes. It was burning, so I had it. For this one,
What
I
you using in there?
did.
Someone get this guy a fucking sponsor, a
Yeah.
gel sponsor.
So I mean, I got to the level where I said, you know what? Let me just cut it short for this fight. I don't have to worry about my hair going in my eyes because it was so long. It was going to my eyes at one point. So, you know.
So let me ask you a question though. Like your hair I can't believe we're talking about hair, but I'm a hair guy. You're here now. You're here in boxing.
Yes.
How does it like your hair can't stay like that in MMA though? Like, you'll stab
I
the
don't
guy
know.
with
Maybe
that fucking-
if I catch them quick, if I catch them quick, and they don't have to touch my fucking hair.
But what I'm saying,
I know the plan's gonna be to take me down with a lot of these guys because I'm packing dynamite in both hands.
Yeah, fucking 8 professional boxing wins. Yeah, fucking yeah.
So you know what I mean. That's the only chance you're gonna have to mess up my hair is if you get real close and comfortable with me.
No, now wait a minute. When you're in the see, here's where it's different. The boxing, your hair can stay consistently great in the back because no one's grappling with you in
Yeah.
the back. You're really just warming up your hands
But
and shit.
if I'm on the inside in boxing and I'm leaning my head against this and we're on the inside.
That's
Oh, okay,
you're
you
already
meant
in.
all
Like,
right,
you
yeah.
look like damn good walking in the first round or two. You know what I mean?
Steve,
MMA,
let me ask you a question. When the fuck do I not look damn good? That's what I want to know. I need answers.
I'm watching your hair. I'm watching you look pretty
We're
good.
talking
right
about
here,
my
right?
hair. You have any of these New England guys fucking... We're looking at the best next thing. Look how
Jesus
pretty
Christ.
I am.
I want to shut this fight off just so they can get a look at you, but I want to see
That's
you,
all right. Don't worry
pound this
about
guy's face into the thing. And you said this fight was like kind of a late notice fight?
Yeah,
Like
I
you were
took it
looking
on
for a
12.
fight?
I took it on 12 days notice.
Like you said, you stay ready all the time. Right?
Yeah.
I got to see you throw your... Did you throw your mouthpiece away yet? Yeah, you already threw it away. Look at you walking around like you're fucking ready to kill somebody. There he goes! Jesus.
Yep.
There goes float. Who
I
caught
felt
that
the
mouthpiece, by the way?
I felt the magic of fucking Mick Jagger in my body that night, man. I had a couple Puerto Rican girls down the hall and they were just dying to meet me.
Dude, listen. All right, I gotta play that clip. Nick Haley's on, by the way. How's you know Nick?
Yes,
He's
I
all
know
over you. He's
Nick.
got to be fucking like.
Nah,
got the
that
camera up your
great,
ass all the time.
great guy. He didn't get to film this one. I think he was away doing something. But the next fight, Nicky, you're gonna have to film me because I'm going to bring some pizzazz that you've never seen in your life. We'll get the background music going like you do with the people. And, man, I can only imagine how pretty I look the second time. If I look pretty there, I'm going to keep the hair this time. And I'm going to fucking attempt to not get this hair messed up at all.
Fucking Nick. See, I got to get Nick down.
Nick the trick, dog. Nick the trick. He should have came with me.
Well, he's probably working late at...
Yeah. The guy's a big business guy, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's doing great.
I'm actually gonna have him. I'm gonna have Reebok sponsor this political campaign I got going. So, Nick, if you hear that, I need about 50 to 60 grand. You can send it over in check or cash, whatever you prefer. But I'm gonna have to need that for my campaign coming up.
He's doing big things. He took over fucking.
I heard
Reebok's fucking their Instagram and shit. Like when they were in Boston and stuff like that. So he's doing great. He says, "Let's make a movie." He doesn't mean me. I'm, that's
Steve. He don't want no fucking movie with you, man.
Dude, no one wants to do shit with me.
You can be the background fucking hitting the drums in some shitty fucking C- movie.
Fucking interview me or something. Fucking dude. So all right. So yeah, Nick. He does like them great, like clips of like the back and all that other shit.
I was upset he wasn't there that night because that would have been a hell of a night to film me. But hey. I got plenty more to come in me. I got plenty more left in me.
Yeah, your pro debut. Where the fuck were you?
I was pissed off at Nick. I don't want to talk about that. But
I think he did. Did Gilbride fight on? No, he didn't fight on that.
He does everybody but me. So
that's the whole.
I'm still trying to warm up.
What's up with that,
I'm
Nick?
still trying to warm up to the gym, but you know.
Look at the hair on this dude, Nick. Fuck, dude. So damn. So as far as an opponent, we know you don't have an opponent. Though. Your second fight, what are you looking for? Are you looking for a dude that's going to stand up with you? It doesn't matter. What are you looking for? What kind of fight are you looking for your second fight for Cage Titans?
Don't really matter who they put in front of me, you know what I mean? So, the thing is, I'm not looking for anybody specific. I train to be the best version of myself. I can't really control what other people are doing. So, as long as I come in the best version of myself, that's all I can really control.
When picking fights like that, how do you do that? Like, does Joe come up to you, or does he just say you're fighting this guy?
Yeah, I don't pick the fights. Joe gives me a name. We'll go over it, and we just go from there. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much where that is.
5 weeks, about 5 weeks away.
Mm-hmm.
When do you start really getting and lay down the pedal? Is it after Christmas? Are you going to be able to enjoy Christmas, eat a little bit, enjoy the festivities? Or do you
even like Thanksgiving, I didn't really pig out. I try to stay fairly healthy. But, I'll enjoy myself a little. I just won't gorge myself, you know what I mean? So I work out hard enough where one meal shouldn't really take it all away from me, you know what I mean?
Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve.
It must be tough around the holidays, like when you're getting ready for a fight. I mean, you might have had to do it in the past. I mean, you've had 9 freaking boxing fights. Would you have, as far as amateurs and smokers and shit like that, like, would you have, like, 40, 50
40,
fights?
50, yeah.
Dude, you don't have a mark on you.
Yeah, like I said, I'm pretty.
No, I can't. You're big enough on there. Look at the hair. Who does your hair?
I wish I was a little taller. I do my hair.
Dude, get the fuck out of here.
I do my own hair.
You do not do your
Cut
hair.
it or style it?
Style it.
I style my fucking hair.
Style it.
I go to next level. It's a barbershop in Stoughton.
Yeah.
My man Nate does my hair. He's one of the best barbers in all of New England. So I'm going to give you a shout out. So remember, next time I come into the barbershop and you think I'm making fun of you, remember, I put you on the podcast and I made you feel big inside.
No tip next time. It's on the house. So, dude, you're fighting the 25th. You're already there. What do you do as far as, are you going to, I know you're building your name in the MMA world now.
Yeah.
You had, having a box. I know you have a following. They're going to stay with you.
Mm-hmm.
How are we building it? What do we do? I know you got a page on it, on Facebook.
I gotta get a new page. I gotta start doing some things on the internet. I'm not a huge internet guy, you know what I mean? I've always been one of these guys that just underground guerrilla warfare type shit.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to get bigger on the internet, and I mean, I got a personality of a fucking superstar.
Of course. So you should post every day.
I should post every day.
Fucking
I've been posting
around with no shirt on.
I've been posting about this campaign. I've been getting outstanding support from the people. I need 500 signatures. I'll probably get fucking 10,000 if they even have that much in the town. Actually, no, we got about 26,000 people in Stoughton. Beautiful town, by the way. But
how long you been there for?
Born and raised, Stoughton, Mass. Yeah.
Nice. So you own it, like you said. You already.
I'm the governor over there. You know what I mean? If anything needs to go through that town, it goes through me first, and then it goes down the line. You know.
Your family owns a business.
My father owns a body.
Is it in Stoughton?
It's in Randolph. He was in Mattapan for 25 years, and we've had this shop for about 6 years in Randolph.
Did you work there as a kid?
I worked there younger, but the family business wasn't really for me. My father, my brother, and me were all working on one roof, and it's hard to work with family. But I have an awesome relationship with my father and my brother, and I just feel like it's best that I do my own thing and go through my own path.
Nice. Your brother train, fight?
No. Good athlete, and he was a good baseball player, college ball player. My father never did any sports, so yeah.
So he's watching you.
Vicariously through me right now.
That's
my
awesome.
brother's living vicariously through me now, too.
Excellent.
So I know he's probably watching.
What's up, my man? Yeah, he liked, I saw you, another last name of yours.
Derek, yep.
Yeah.
That's my
All
big
right.
brother.
What are you? Demko. What name is that?
Ukrainian.
Ukrainian.
I'm Ukrainian.
Anyone, speak or any?
My father doesn't actually speak. My dad's from Austria. His father's from
Does he have
Ukraine.
an accent at all? Or?
No, but he was born in Austria. He can speak Austrian. But,
Really?
yeah, he can't speak Ukrainian. But I actually just went to my first Ukrainian service over the weekend, at the church. The whole thing was in Ukrainian. I didn't understand a lick of it, but I felt good being around my brethren.
Yeah, exactly.
It felt good.
It's like it's kind of
the mass was a little fucking whacked out, but
they all are.
You know what I mean. But I felt good around the Ukrainian people. They're a good, strong, honest people. So I felt good being there.
Will they help you in this
I got
run
the
for selectmen? Yeah? Can they help you at all? You got
like I said, I think it's only people in Stoughton that can really vote.
You got to move there.
But I'm hoping I can get all of the Ukrainian support in Massachusetts to be following me all in New England. Hopefully one day I'll be taking over the world with the Ukrainians behind my back.
So do you think fighting will help you? Because I know another dude, a friend of mine, he's running for councilman. Mm-hmm. And he's also fighting. So he's kind of putting the two together, running and fighting, so it's kind of helping him out with the
yeah. I'll probably leave it separate, just that's the type of person I am, But yeah, I don't know. Maybe just because people like watch me fight and they follow me through that, they'll say, "Hey, he's a fighter. Maybe I should vote for him for selectmen."
Exactly.
Yeah.
All the young girls there, stuff like that.
Yeah, I got them screaming my name from a mile away. I got actually a limousine outside, a mile long.
He actually did pull up
a
in
limousine a mile long, and these girls are just waiting for me to come outside and go, "Woo!" And I'm about to leave and then come right back. But
so no girlfriend, none of that, or
previously I just ended a relationship.
Okay.
After a long time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Girl's an awesome girl, so I really have nothing bad to say about her. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's about that.
So you're doing your thing.
Now I'm doing my thing, single, ready to mingle.
Jeffrey Joy is watching. Do you know Jeffrey Joy? He's up for amateur fighter of the year.
Congratulations to him.
He's actually the Cage Titans amateur champion. He fought Cam Arnold. I don't know.
That's awesome. What weight?
What is he? 135.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Fucking 3 wins this year. He is trains out of Junico.
Okay.
With
yeah.
Lee Grash. And
I know Lee Grash. He's a good guy.
Yeah. So he's
good
doing
people
great
over there.
I want to give props to Jeff Joy.
Awesome.
Because a couple of podcasts ago when we were talking about this award show,
mm-hmm.
He's up for amateur fight of the year too when he fought Cam Arnold. So I mentioned that,
awesome.
But I forgot to mention he's up for amateur fight of the year. But he's so good and stuff. I was thinking he was pro or something. I wasn't like, you know what I mean?
A lot of these amateurs are just as good as pros sometimes. That's what people don't understand. I mean, I knew kids that were amateur boxers and they would tune up some of the pros around here. You know what I mean? So the title amateur really has nothing to do with it. If you're super skilled at fighting, you're skilled.
Yeah, I can't wait for him to come back. Had a little injury in that fight, but he told me he'll be back sometime, probably April or something, defend that title. Awesome. But I'll see him Sunday because he is up for that award, dude.
Yep.
Are you going to be attending? You got stuff to do? What's I know you said you fighting is kind of, and your personal life is kind of separate from a lot of the fighting stuff?
Yeah, nah, I would go to a award show, Cage Titans award show, probably not, but no, I'm just kidding. I probably wouldn't go. To be honest. Not because of anything, but just
I understand.
Probably be watching football on Sunday.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Is
it this Sunday?
It's this Sunday, the 15th. It will be going live. They'll be going live with the awards too. So
yeah, I got about 5K on Pat's minus 9.5. So I got to be there for that to witness that.
We don't want you there. We don't want to know anything if something drastically bad happens with that.
Yeah, I might start flipping tables. I lose the fucking bet.
Exactly. Fuck that. So, I usually ask for beans, but I'm not gonna ask for beans. There's going to be I know Pat Gilbride's going to be fighting on that January card, man. He's fighting, actually, the dude he was supposed to fight before. I forgot the dude's name. But it's nice that he's going to be back. You're going to be back. There's going to be a couple other dudes in there. Fucking Marty fights every other month. He's up for, what? Yeah, I mean, what's he up? Pro something.
Stoppage of the year or something?
Yeah, it's a submission. And the cool thing about that submission, I mean, it was a guillotine finish, but he looked at Joe in the corner to see if he could. Is that something like they don't want you dropping, like your coach doesn't want you dropping down for a submission? He wants you rather.
I've only been in the corner once with those guys, so I mean, I'm sure the more I move forward, I'll get more comfortable with these guys and hear their voices and stuff. But that was the first fight for me with these guys, so we're still working on the chemistry and just
Exactly.
That would be something that just gets better over time. Getting in there. Every time you get in there, you get that much closer to the person, and yeah.
Excellent. Now, in the you got Joe Lozon, then you got Nick Drummond that you've been with.
Nicky Boom Boom.
Now you've been with him since you said you were 16 years old.
Yeah, 16. I was training over at Y Crew, and it was funny. I was over there with a bunch of older guys, and I was the young kid, and they were always making sure that they kept me in line. And Nick was definitely the number one guy that always kept me in line, but. He's been a great friend of mine. He's always been there for me. When I got into a bad accident, he was the first person to show up to the hospital. And I don't even think anybody was allowed to go back there. And Nick found his way back there. But that's just the type of guy he is, man. And I'll have him in my corner forever, man. I just love the guy.
This guy. So you started with him at 16. What were you doing with him at 16?
I was over at Y Crew at the time in Alston.
Were you doing what were you?
I was doing everything. I was teaching a boxing class, like a free trial class at like 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and there were all coaches there. So that's when I really got time to hang out with all these coaches when I was there. So we had a great group of coaches. We had Mark Clem, we had Nick Drummond, we had Carlos Neto. So we had some really good trainers over there at the time, and it was awesome to learn from them.
I see John Howard.
A lot
of stuff with you, pictures. When you seen you fighting for CES Boxing, he was in your corner.
Yeah, John Howard's another person like Nick. I might not see him all the time, but he was in my corner from Cage Titans. He showed up out of nowhere and said, "Hey man, I'm here for you." And I said, "Well, fucking come in the corner, man." So these are guys that I've grown up with my whole life, and they got the respect for me, and I got a ton of respect for them, and it's just we have good friendships.
You're only 26 years old.
Yeah. Yep. I wish I was younger.
You talk you with John Howard. He's been at it for. Man, you were just a little teenager hanging out with all these friggin' people, man. How does so you got you're a young kid, but the knowledge in your mind just by being with all that. I mean, how does that feel? I mean, to have all that knowledge and all that backing with John Howard, you got Drummond, who's at every friggin' Muay Thai event. I see him everywhere.
Phenomenal Muay Thai coach. If anybody wants to get into Muay Thai or learn something, you go down to Broadway Jiu-Jitsu. He teaches the Muay Thai program over there. It's a phenomenal program, and he's a great coach, man. He's one of those coaches that is just always there for you, makes you feel good in the back room, and he's a good guy to have in your corner.
He's a definitely hot shit too.
Yeah.
The last No Boundary Muay Thai fight card that I had a few beers in me.
Yeah.
We're trying to get pizza and hot dogs and shit.
Well, he was in the back room when we did the interview.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So he's like, man, I see you're fucking everywhere. Like it's like, where you guys coming from?
Yeah.
It's like holy shit.
He puts out a lot of good fighters.
Yeah, and that's cool. It's like seeing like guys, like you. That was the first time I seen you fight. First time I met you in the back room, and then I see you with these like dudes I've seen like everywhere. I'm like, and right there, like me being a media guy, and
it was a long
fights,
time coming, man. It was a long time coming for that pro debut, and it just so happens that I know some really talented guys in New England. You know what I mean? So
I mean, being a young pro, as far as getting your foot out there, in MMA now that you're on this path, dude, you already have like the path set for you as far as these guys that have they can get you looked at if you keep performing, man. How's you're gonna get there sooner than later because they're helping you along. As long as you perform, man, how's that like help you with your up here as a young guy, knowing that? I mean, dude, I got these guys backing me, and
it is
they
good.
got my back.
But on the same tip, you gotta stay humble. You gotta stay hungry, and I mean, you're in the fight game. Anything can happen, so you just gotta be on your A game all the time. It's nice to have these guys have my back, but first and foremost, I have to have my back the most. You know what I mean? So I just gotta keep staying humble and training hard and being a good person, and I think that will take me places just on that.
Excellent, man. Man, you got the other kid, the Jacobs kid, that he's in your camp too. He's got knockout of the amateur, knockout of the year. That 6 second or 7 or 8 second.
He's
kid.
An animal,
he's
man.
He's a fun. Like I talked to him on Instagram. Like we go back and forth. He follows me.
He's the nicest kid, man. He's the best. I mean, when I first met him, I found he was a substitute teacher, and I actually thought he was like a grown man with a married family.
Yes!
We went out to lunch one time. He's like, "Motherfucker, I'm younger than you. I'm 25." I'm like, "What the fuck did you just say to me?" I was like, "Dude, I thought you had a fucking family, a house." He's like, "Nah," but he's like, "Bob, can you pay for my Chipotle?" I'm like,
I didn't get my allowance yet. But he was like, when you watch the fight, when he knocks him out, like
I've seen it a bunch.
His automatic thing is jiu-jitsu. Like you jumps out, the kid's out.
Well, he's a phenomenal judo guy, man. Really phenomenal.
Like he's ready to
guy.
Submit him. He's already knocked out. I see he jumps on him. He's like fucking so fun for that kid. And then he was in the back, and I interviewed him. Like talking to you and these kids for the first time, man. And just so you know your personalities and excitement, man. You blew us away. Like Brian was like. You had that Mick Jagger.
I'm gonna keep fucking blowing away. I had to tone it back a little because I want to seem like a real human. I don't want to be fucking a fucking demozoid the whole time. But I'm gonna keep bringing it. You know what I mean? And the more I keep winning, and the more I keep doing good, this persona, this personality is only gonna get fucking bigger and bigger and bigger until we touch the fucking moon.
God, fuck it don't matter, it's a fight. I fight no matter where the fucking the bar, the phone booth, the fucking cage.
I said, like, what led into that clip was because you fought a dude that had a lot of experience. A ton of fucking fights. So I said, was there any I didn't know you had 20 fucking boxing matches. It was your pro debut. I'm like, this guy, he probably had about 3 amateur. I didn't know. And I'm like, was there any nerves? I'll fight anyone. I'll fight him in the fucking phone booth. I'll fight him in the fucking car. I'll fight anyone, anywhere, every time. It was fucking. Then you had that strut going on, man. It was fucking great, man. It was good stuff. And people saying, talking about when you were coming on. I mean, are you like that? Is that your?
What's that?
Like you just like. That's
I love talking shit. You know what I mean? I love getting people pumped up. I like people to hear me and go, yeah, that's not the fucking shit I like to hear.
now in the gym, I mean, I know it's all business, you're training and stuff, but you kid around or like that. Like
I do, and it took a while for guys friggin' to get used to me. It really did. I'm lucky that they like me over there now, but at first I'm walking out the bathroom like, I grew up to a group of people. I'm like, I just seen an 8-year-old girl getting raped in the bathroom. I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, nah, I'm just kidding. I actually got that from me spawning down, so. But I'd look at kids and they'd be like, what the fuck? And then I told a couple people in a group one time I had to go to court because I got caught sniffing bicycle seats in Swansea at a school zone. I just said that to be funny. It's something that just, so you know, I got.
I was just gonna.
They're like, what do we? They're like, are you guys coming Saturday for practice? I go, I actually got a court case. I was out in Swansea sniffing bicycle seats in a school zone, so it's not looking too good for me.
I was just gonna ask you, are you registered?
Yeah, my personality with the jokes is a little offbeat, but.
Who the heck is this? Oh, it's my boy. I got guys like talking to me on Messenger for an interview. Jimmy McDonald.
Jimmy Mack! He's on?
Yeah.
He's live?
Yeah.
That's my man.
He's checking in right now.
That's my brethren. What up?
Let's talk about him, man.
What up, Dom?
He's what, the Muay Thai coach?
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
Right?
Yeah. He's a phenomenal coach too. He's got a huge program over there, huge following. People love him. Great personality. The guy wakes up friggin' pissing excellence, you know. I mean, he can't get better than Jimmy Mack. He's a true blue. I love that kid.
He was gonna fight on the last combat night, but
yeah,
it was canceled.
He was gonna fight, and I mean, I can only imagine the hurt he'd put on someone.
Hey Jimmy, any beans for January? Because what I heard about the Cage Titans, we'll find out Sunday. What the one in January I heard was there was going to be more. It was going to be a big card like MMA and Muay Thai. I could be wrong.
I'm not sure.
I could be wrong, but if it is, you know,
I
Jimmy
just tell
can
them
get right back on.
I just tell them to send the location, and I'm there. I don't really know what's going on. I'm out the loop, man. I'm on a different planet.
No
Sometimes I'm actually in another dimension. I'm a looper, jumping from dimension to dimension to dimension.
No matter where the fucking the bar, the phone booth.
So, you know, before we end this, I want to ask you a couple more questions.
Okay.
What do you do other than run for office, train?
Yes.
Look pretty. Have women following you everywhere. What do you do for fun outside of training, and what's your hobbies? Anything like that?
I like to golf.
Fun? Do you?
Yeah, big golfer.
You follow golf? Anything like that?
No, nobody in my family golfs.
Really?
I just picked it up, and it's something I like. I like to golf. I like to watch sports, preferably football. And yeah, besides that, I'm pretty low key. I'm between work. I'm working 60, 70 hours a week, and then on top of that, I'm training. And so I mean, it's hard to find me time at this point right now. Just trying to just strive to be a better person every day. So, I mean, but when I do get the chance, I like to get out on the course. Yeah.
Now, does that I know it's a hard game, dude, but it's
a mind fuck
and
game.
it's frustrating. Like
Yeah.
Like you're a fighter, do you want to like slam the club on the ground, anything like
No,
that? Or does
no.
it help you?
I've been an athlete my whole life. See this? I mean, I didn't do just this. I mean, I played football my whole life. I mean, I wanted to go play college football, but my father was saying he'd like to see me in the fighting route, and that's the route we chose. But I wrestled, I did track, I was on the national hurdle team for track, I played football, and I mean, I've been an outstanding athlete my whole life, on top of being pretty.
And not a mark on his fucking face. 9 professional boxing matches, over 45 fucking amateurs and everything. I'm swearing a lot, sorry. And one MMA fight that lasted, one pro fight.
Well, yeah, one pro fight.
Your 2 amateur fights. You beat a couple of
I beat
big names there.
Caterino. I don't know if he's still doing it, and I fought Jeff, which was a really close fight. You know what I mean?
Jeff Perez.
Yeah, Jeff.
He's up for knockout of the year too.
Yeah, good.
As pro knockout of the year.
Good fighter, good kid. Yeah,
really good, great, hot, like a hot shit guy, like real.
I don't
nice
know him
to talk
personally, but my dealings with him, he was a pretty stand up guy.
Yeah, he's really good.
And I know he was in the military, so
yeah,
I do appreciate his service.
Excellent, man. Last thing, bro. Or do you want to, keep looking pretty?
Oh, I thought you were saying last thing, like you had something to ask me.
No, I do have last thing. Last thing to ask you.
Let's go.
What are we gonna expect? January 25th, your second pro MMA fight. What are we gonna expect out of you? And is there gonna be? Well, you can't tell us, but there's got to be some kind of walkout. There's got to be something going on because that's part of the game now.
Well, if you want to know,
you came out of boxing, we gotta have that flash.
First, January 25th. If you want to know what's gonna happen, you're gonna have to show up to the event. You're gonna have to buy a ticket from me. I'm not giving no fucking sneak peeks, man. Second of all, I'm gonna show up to the event in a limousine a mile long with about fucking 450 girls in the fucking vehicle. They're gonna come walk in with me. I'm gonna walk out with a bunch of females. I'm gonna be the next Don Hoffa. I'm gonna be the next Mick Jagger. I'm gonna be the next John Wayne Gacy in this game, dog. So, if you want to see what's gonna happen, you're gonna have to show up January 25th.
Do you sing too? Can you sing?
I am an artist, yeah. I am an artist.
Just the way you kind of like went, I said, this guy could probably sing.
No, not just saying. I mean, I got a couple rap albums out, so yeah.
Will that help your running for selectman?
I think those are actually. I think those are edited. I think those are edited. So.
All right, last question again. What's the selectman do? That's part of what, city council or
yeah, it's just all the problems in the town that need to be fixed. You know what I mean? So there's a couple things I want to run on and get my voice heard out there. You know, some people are getting overpaid in the town. I want kids to get free lunch, and you got a lot of kids that come from low income houses and they can't get a hot plate of lunch, and it gets me a little upset that we could have prisoners in the system getting a lunch, dinner, and a breakfast, meals around the clock. So I mean, if our money,
healthcare.
If our money can go towards that, we can start putting money into these kids instead of giving cops $150K salary a year. Making $50-60 bucks an hour doing a detail while they're sitting on their ass eating donuts. I have nothing against police officers. I actually love the police. So I don't want to make it seem like that, but there's some people getting overpaid, and I want to make sure it's fixed. And when I fix it, I'm going to give the whole town a fighting chance.
What town?
Stoughton, Mass. Tough town, USA, baby.
Born and raised.
Born and raised. I'll get buried in fucking town hall.
Well, dude, I appreciate you coming down, man.
I appreciate you having me.
We're definitely going to talk again because you got that fight on the 25th.
Yes, sir.
That when we talk again, you can either come down here with a training partner or whatever, or we'll Skype you in and we'll talk about your opponent and all
maybe
that good
even my
shit.
hair too.
The hair's always fucking popular. Always popular. You had the same hairdo like from your boxing career. Like,
yeah, I was actually born like this. When I was conceived out of my mother's womb, I had this awesome set of hair, and I mean, it's still a mystery to this day.
Does your dad or your mom and your brother have good hair too?
My father has a nice set of hair. My brother's kind of got a funky hairdo going on. I won't mention that. He's got the raper taper. My mother, yeah, she got a nice set of hair. Got a little sister too, I guess.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
How old's your sister?
My sister is 18.
All right. So
yeah. So.
How's does she follow your career at all? Or
yeah, me and my sister are close. She just finished her high school career. She's at Merrimack College right now. She was a standout gymnastic person back in the day. So
excellent.
Yeah. So yeah.
Teach you some jits. Get her in there.
Love you, Dakota.
All right, my man. Thanks so much for coming on, dude. And we'll definitely do it again.
Awesome.
Bring Joe Lozon next time.
We'll see.
Yeah, right. Get the hell out. Hey, when I was in the back...
I don't even know if I want to ask him.
When I was in the back room, like, I told Pat, like, when Pat was on, like, the dude's, like, my, like, hero.
Yeah.
I've been watching, like, forever. Like I said, I'm an old dude. I've been watching probably since his first MMA fight. And when he's in the back room and he's with you guys, like, it's like I'm starstruck. I'm like...
I feel like it'd be like interviewing Bill Belichick if you interviewed him.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we put a lot of hard work into this camp, and we kept our nose to the ground, and the outcome was positive, and we're just gonna get back to the gym and keep working.
That's it. That's all I want, though. That's all I want.
That one I wouldn't bet you bottom dollar on him.
No. I was even afraid to shake his hand back then.
Oh no, he's a super nice guy. He's a super nice guy.
I know he is, but it's just like when I meet guys like that, it's like
okay.
And it's like I'm starstruck because I'm getting to interview his fight.
2020 coming up. Vote for me for town selectman. 2020, watch out for big things coming in this fighting career because it's gonna blast off like a rocket going into space. In 2020, I'm gonna keep this hair in my face looking pretty because I'm so pretty, baby. See you later, people.
Travis the Outlaw, Demko, 1-0. Pro MMA, 8-1 pro boxing, but that's
keep that in mind.
Yeah,
I might be making a comeback to the ring soon too. You never know with me.
Right there. So Travis, again, thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
We'll definitely talk, bro. Again.
Dope,
definitely.
man.
Thanks so much. The Room Podcast. We will be at Cage Titans End of the Year Awards this Sunday night. They'll be going live with all the awards, and we'll have so much footage and everything else coming out of there. A lot of special things going on. I know there's a lot of special videos that are going to be coming out that no one's seen yet, and it's going to be pretty cool. I'll be presenting one of the awards, one of the big, well, they're all big, but one of the biggest awards of the night. I will
You deserve it. You deserve to.
And I will be coming out with a new suit too. A brand
you
new
did
suit,
look pretty good last time I seen you.
Brand new suit.
Yeah.
Kinmoy. That is Kinmoy.
Kid's a fashionista of the New England area.
He's doing great things.
Yeah, proud of him.
So Style Me Boston. Style Made Easy Boston. Sorry.
Hey, Ken, I'm a pretty kid, man. If you can put something on this body that to impress me, let me know. I'd love to work with you.
We'll talk.
I'll
talk to him Sunday. He'll be there because he's up for Fight of the Year with Jay Perrin. And here's the thing before we go. Peter said voting it ends Friday. This is all year. This fights that happened January and February that you forgot about. Go back and look at all the videos, look at some of the fights, and then vote. You know what I mean? There's going to be people voting for their favorite guy and girl. But if you don't know the fighters and you want to vote, go back and look at kind of a lot of the footage and vote for who deserves it.
And like you said, all these guys are training their ass off, and they're all winners at the end of the day.
Exactly.
It takes a lot to put the time and effort into this, especially when you're working a day job and stuff. So a lot of these guys put their heart and soul into it,
Yeah, and that award, and just to be nominated is big for him. So, from the Room Podcast, we'll see you next Wednesday. It'll be our last show until after Christmas. It'll be actually our last show for 2 weeks because Christmas and New Year are on, I think, Wednesday night, the night I do the podcast. So we'll be taking 2 weeks off, but I will still be interviewing fighters and all that for reality fighting. So with that said, Travis, the Outlaw Demko, thank you so much. Lozan's, Jim, all you people out there, we'll see you Sunday night. We out.